Hi Judith Babe, it's Pat from the Double Express Gamer, the Church of Steel. Welcome here in Vaud State in the haven of Fune. We're gonna have some presentation of old game franchise today. So I was told to come here. I don't know why and of which games I'm gonna talk about, but let's see if probably there's an indication. Aha! Look at this. Mystify, Strike and Command, episode 4.87. Myst, Command and Conquer and Desert Strike series. Contemplate, attack and resolve your issues and worries, and God will sweep them as if nothing had happened. Okay? Understood. So I'm gonna talk about 3 franchises today. It's pretty huge work, no, isn't it? Aha! Myst 5, End of Ages. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Myst. The first episode was released in 1993. It has launched the mode of the point and click games. You point on the place, for example the ship, and then the screen go there, point and click. And the Myst series, like a saga, is kind of telenovela history. About the family and the issues they have, and it starts with 2 brothers that are jailed in books, and books in Myst represent the travel opportunity from one world to another. So for example, I open a book here and I find myself over there afterwards. The environments are beautiful island with wonderful natural landscapes, and you've got tons of enigmas. You've got to reflect a lot, and in the late episode you can it's not screen by screen, but you can really walk through the game, and it's really interesting. I really advise you to play the Myst games. It's a lot of exploration and contemplation, which is incredibly interesting. Talking about Myst, I can relate you, as we're close to Easter, John 13:20-22 in the International Standard Version. This time is not the King James Version. Truly I tell all of you emphatically, the one who received whomever I sent received me, and the one who received me received the one who sent me. So Jesus predicts his betrayal. After saying this, Jesus was deeply troubled in spirit and declared solemnly, truly, I tell all of you, emphatically, one of you is going to betray me. The disciples began looking at one another, completely mystified about whom he was speaking. Yeah, but the betrayal of Jesus. Yeah. As we close from Easter, remember that death and resurrection symbolize the forgiveness for all of wrong, bad action and sins, and Jesus gave his life for us. Very important to remind, especially in these times. If you like this environment, you're gonna like Myst, because it's full of you don't see a lot of people. The environments are empty, and you've got plenitude. So I recommend you to play Myst. It was released on some consoles too, the first episode especially, and it's okay. But I haven't found the indication for the next episode. Maybe I've forgotten something? Just tell me. Aha! Command and Conquer and the Desert Urban Soviet nuclear strike. Okay. Yeah, they're kind of military games, no? Funny, no? So we can. Okay. Tac, tac. We can start maybe with the Strike series. So it's helicopter games like Mohawk or Apache helicopters, and it's kind of military games. You've got to do mission in some countries in the world. Desert Strike was released in '92, I guess, on Mega Drive and Super NES, and then come the sequel Jungle Strike, which takes place in the jungle, Urban Strike in big US cities, and these games were in 2 dimensions but with isometric sprites, so giving the impression it's 3D, but it wasn't. And these games, although enjoyable, have a bit of kind of weak or poor scenarios or strange stories, but they helped launch the success and fame of Electronic Arts, founded in '82, but the studio went famous and powerful with the Strike series. And afterwards we've got Soviet Strike and Nuclear Strike, which have more elaborate scenarios about someone who wants to resuscitate the Soviet Union, and someone who wants to launch nuclear attack, a nuclear strike. And these games are really in 3 dimensions. They have music, they are much more realistic, and they've aged relatively well. So these are the Strike, and there was supposedly a 6th episode called Future Strike, but it became a game Future Cop LAPD, just a kind of a walking cop with in future situation, kind of different, no helicopter and so, but they were great games released in most of the console at the time. Strike series, so you can have a little songs that Desert, Jungle, Urban, Soviet and Nuclear Strike. Yeah, the Strike series. Now Command and Conquer, which is in my opinion the best strategic games on PC and console of history. Command and Conquer, so the first episode was released in 1995. First it was Westwood Studio and then Electronic Arts take over. Basically you've got 2 powers, the GDI, like the Allied, and the Nod, like more, say, contradictory anarchist organization. And GDI and Nod are fighting one each other to have world domination. And you have to construct military bases and take over your enemy. They are really interesting. And so there are 3 series in the Command and Conquer. Then you've got the Red Alert, with kind of a dystopia with Soviet Union coming back, and Command and Conquer Generals, which is more modern military tactics. But my favorite is the original series, the one with the Tiberium. Tiberium is like a natural resources that is very useful for all kind of matters, and they are fighting to have this resource. And the music was great in these games, and especially at the time, the 90s, cinematics, real films, and not computer graphics, but real movies within the game. Really interesting. And these Command and Conquers continued until 2010. You've got dozens of games, and right now they think of remastering the first game, but we don't know where it's gone. So it's Electronic Arts 2, and it's really good. They're really good games. I highly recommend them. So let's see more ships, if you would like. Take the opportunity to speak about Job 36, 24 to 33, New King James Version. Remember to magnify his work, of which men have sung. Everyone has seen it, man looks on it from afar. Behold, God is great, and we do not know him. Nor can the number of his years be discovered. For he draws up drops of water, which distills rain from mist, which the clouds drop down and pour abundantly on men. Indeed, can anyone understand the spreading of clouds, the thunder from his canopy? Look, he scatters his light upon it, and covers the depths of the sea. For by these he judges the people, he gives food in abundance. He covers his hands with lightning, and commands it to strike. His thunder declares it, the scatter also concerning the rising storm. So, gonna talk about Wing Commander in another episode, more space-based one. But yeah, if you want strategy, military conquest, Command and Conquer is the best. And if you like helicopters, yeah, the Strike series, you're gonna like it. And if you like enigmas and reflection, what's better than Myst? So these games all started between 93 and 95, a golden age for games, and they're important to know. But the most important thing to know is that Jesus loves you, cares about you, and has given his life for you. And this is something we have to remember now in Easter 2021, as we live in very dark times, but we're gonna prevail, and so it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it could be a Myst Island, no? Stony one, no? So hope you enjoyed, and hope you're gonna discover these games, Myst, Command and Conquer, and Strike series. So bye dudes, bye babes. Talk to you soon in a new episode.